Forest of Hope.
Ah.
Is that the name of the Smash stage?
I think so. Which makes
Or is
sense.
it Garden of something?
Well, that's the Garden of Hope, or the Forest of Hope and the Garden of Hope are the same thing.
Oh, okay.
They're just evolved later, because in this post-apocalyptic version of the Earth, everything evolves super fast, kind of like in Splatoon.
Yeah.
And so when he comes back in Pikmin 2, a lot of stuff has like evolved and changed, and the environment is like a lot different. I want to get that.
Because you can't without yellow Pikmin?
Well, you can.
Right. Okay.
But, oh yeah, so how the pellets work is you get the number of Pikmin that's on the pellet.
Okay.
Unless it's just... No, don't do that! Freaking chimps. Get out of here. And, but if it's the same color, you get double.
Ah.
So it doesn't make a huge difference. I'll get 2 instead of 1. Wow, but... So the thing with this nectar is flower Pikmin are a lot better. They do a lot of damage, and they can follow you closer, which is just nice. However, one Pikmin can drink a whole drop of nectar.
Okay.
So you just have to, like, once they dig it up, you have to call them all back super fast. They fix that in Pikmin 2. But in this one, if you're not paying attention, they'll just pick it up and be like, oh, all of this is mine, and they'll be wasted.
Pretty epic.
Oh yeah. I probably should have... I'm not multitasking the best. I probably should have had them on there while I collected the pellet and got the grass, but...
Oh,
whatever.
I won't judge you because I don't know the difference anyways.
See this? How much damage I can do to this easiest enemy in the game that cannot do any damage to you. You can actually do much better Solomar stuff in Pikmin 2 though. Yeah. Because you do get the super punch and you can like take down bosses with it, certain ones. And actually, since there's areas in Pikmin 2 that don't have time limits, it's actually advantageous to you to just sit there and punch them to death. Because you don't risk losing Pikmin.
Right.
So, it's kind of interesting. People are split on the whole caves in Pikmin 2, but I like them a lot. Though I like everything in Pikmin.
Yeah.
No, I can't aim. Yeah. So with these guys...
The Bulborbs?
Yeah, they're dwarf Bulborbs, actually.
Ah.
And they're not actual Bulborbs, they're bread bugs.
Ah.
And...
So what's the difference?
So these ones are smaller, and they look like those guys.
Yeah.
But they're actually a different creature that evolved to look like them to scare away predators.
Ah, interesting.
So that's a little piece of lore.
Learn all the lore.
Yeah. With these pellet posies, if you land a Pikmin on them, it's a one-hit kill. Same with the dwarf Bulborbs. If you land them directly on top of them, it's a one-hit kill. So that's why I was throwing instead of swarming. This is a 5. I think
5
I threw
big
enough.
ones.
I did not. Here's a bridge.
So you get 10 then, since you're using the red Pikmin to bring it back?
Yeah. Look at that snipe, yo.
That's epic.
Pro Overwatch player. Well, what? Yeah, and you can usually get up to double the required amount of Pikmin on an item, and they just carry it faster.
Sweet.
Those are traps.
Okay.
Because if you put a Pikmin on them, it'll probably wake up the big boy.
Yeah.
Also, Pikmin AI in this game are demented.
Well, I mean, how many games do we have these days where AI isn't completely demented?
Yeah, that's true. This is basic. Also, this is basically the brawl of Pikmin games. Yeah. Because your Pikmin trip a ton. Really? So if you have the leaf ones, so when you're carrying them, you're running around with your Pikmin, you'll just have them trip, and then at the end of the day, if your Pikmin aren't with you or in the base, then they'll just die and get eaten. So you'll be checking your map, and you're like, why the heck are all these Pikmin just... scared about? Yeah, across the map. And it's like, oh yeah, because they trip and then they can't catch up. Because if they get too far behind you, they just stay. Yeah. And you can just mash A to pick these. Luckily, you don't have to aim. In Pikmin 2, there's an upgrade so that your whistle picks them, which is quite nice, of course.
Yeah, that sounds convenient.
Though, once you get you can only have 100 Pikmin out on the stage at once. So once I get 100 Pikmin, I won't have to pluck them anymore. Yeah. There's a we're advantaged leaving them in the ground because they grow flowers and get stronger, and that's an automatic way to make them stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And when these guys are slightly more difficult in Pikmin 1 than 2, because the Bulborb species start to become weakened through evolution and stuff. So I'm a bit worried, but hopefully I can take him. Okay, that was easy.
Quite.
That's the easiest way to take on those guys, is to bum rush instead of throw.
Yeah.
According to this annoying orange.
Indeed. Bum rush the gates.
I go silent as I try and count how many Pikmin I'm throwing.
It's very difficult counting, you know.
Yes. The Eternal Fuel Dynamo. Unlimited energy. I won't have to worry about saving electricity anymore. This will make my flight survival a bit easier. I think I'll read those because some of them are kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
I can't, I don't have enough. Oh.
Oh, no.
There's one. Well, I guess I'll just throw them on this while I go and fetch other boys.
Some other lads.
And I think they are not insane enough to rush in there and try and attack all those while I'm gone.
You'd hope.
Yes. You can never quite tell, though.
Indeed.
Oh, yes. This big... Oh, that's gonna give me 20. Wow. Also, in Pikmin 2, they sprout up sooner, so I'm like, waiting for them to actually become pluckable.
Yeah.
In Pikmin 2, you don't have to wait for that. So there's a lot of optimizations and stuff.
Yeah. Some player convenience features.
Yeah. Plus, in Pikmin 2, you have 2 captains, so even if before you get the upgrade, not only do they pluck faster off the bat, but there's also 2 of them, so you pluck basically probably 3 or 4 times as fast. Because you have, by the end of the first day, see. There's another case.
Yeah.
Yep. They've already got it done. Hooray for multitasking.
Epic.
It's coming noon! Oh yeah, explain the UI, baby, I love it!
That's hot.
Yeah, wait to explain that. There's a few things that are on my mind that I'd like to explain, but wouldn't make much sense yet. I'll just probably get Max on this. Max is 60, it looks like, to get that back real quick. So we can have all our boys to go and myrtleize all that whole family.
Yeah!
But don't feel bad because they're not actual babies, like I explained. So, this is a bridge. You put Pikmin on it to build it. There's no reason to, because we need blue Pikmin to get to the other part of it. But, interesting thing about bridge... Oh, see, that guy tripped. See how long it takes for them to get up to?
Yeah.
They occasionally trip in Pikmin 2, but it barely ever happens, and they get up pretty quick. In Pikmin 1, if you have Pikmin under a bridge, and then you finish building the bridge, they all die. So, that's a thing. It's just... That never happened to me before I even knew that it was a thing, at least not that I noticed. But it's just all the funny little lores that I know. I think I know, everything you can know about this game, really. I'm obsessed with it, really.
Yeah. It's pretty epic.
I probably should have saved that nectar to give a few more of these boys mentally deranged.
Yeah.
So you can hear them screaming. In Pikmin in general, as long as they're not swallowed, then they live. Then they live.
They're alive.
Yeah. Then you can save them. So even if there's enemies in Pikmin 2 that will literally skewer Pikmin on with the different abilities, but what the? Oh, that's a glitch. I forget why that happens. Oh, it's because of the yellow onion. I have 83 out of 82 Pikmin. Oh. Because I haven't activated the yellow onion yet. Oh, I should save this for the yellow Pikmin, actually. Or should I? Probably, whatever. I forgot what I was saying, but...
10 out of 10.
So... We got the yellows already!
Yay!
We're blasting through this, lads. And we just wait for this to get good. Oh yeah, but in Pikmin 2, if they get skewered, as long as you kill the enemy before it swallows them off of their skewer, they live. So like canonically, they would like have a hole in their head or something. But
well, it is a plant, based technically, right? So
yeah, they're
a plant would survive a hole. You skewer through it.
Biologically, they are plants mixed with insects.
Interesting.
So in how do you? What is the control for that in the Wii version?
I don't know, man. Why are you asking me?
I probably should have been reading the tutorial. Here. This is Pikmin rotate, call Pikmin upward throw. Zoom camera change. That doesn't tell me what I want to know.
Oh no!
Oh, there. Oh, I thought that wasn't working before. Okay. There we go. So it's just changing the color that you can throw.
Yeah.
In Pikmin 1 on the GameCube, you could not do that. So, a good reason to play this version. Because you can,
So you weren't able to pick which color you wanted to throw, or it would just throw it?
You would have... it would be the ones that's closest to you.
Yeah.
So what you'd have to do is press C to dismiss them, and then they group by color.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to call the ones that you want.
The color that you want.
Yeah. So, it's definitely a lot better in this game.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh yeah. It's funny in this game too because in the GameCube version, the way the direction you were facing and your reticle were controlled with one stick.
Yeah.
Which was kind of jank in retrospect. But in this game, that means that you can just be like, oh, and just like throw them completely backwards.
Just eat it behind you.
Yeah. So really, I'm basically behind schedule if I was speedrunning, but that's fine.
No!
I'm doing pretty decently.
For being rusty.
Yeah.
And doing it on a Let's Play.
Yeah, because there's certain things I'm trying to explain and then I just, like, completely stop playing.
Yeah.
Well, not completely, but a bit. Do I have a boy? I do.
One boy. One boy.
So, in this game, you need, like, 10 yellow Pikmin throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
So... it might be a waste to pick that Bulborb up with yellow Pikmin, but I also already have, like, a ton of reds.
Yeah.
So, he there was just telling us now about how we've reached the 100 limit. So, I don't have to pluck anymore for the rest of the game.
Hooray!
That probably won't happen, though, because if Pikmin die and then they send them back with something, then, you know, I'll have to pluck. But...
yeah. You love to pluck.
Oh, yes!
Pluck me, baby.
The camera's also kind of weird.
Yeah.
So that sound means that he did not do the job that I told him to, probably. Yeah.
Heresy.
Oh, whoops. I keep getting the B and A button mixed up, so I'm like whistling instead of switching. Or switching instead of whistling. Whatever.
Same difference.
Yes. So in this game, yellow Pikmin can be thrown higher, and also they can pick up bomb rocks.
Wow!
Ability that they cannot do in any other Pikmin game, because why would they, I guess?
Makes perfect sense. It's almost sundown, hurry up!
So, the thing about bomb rock Pikmin in this game is, so on enemy attacks, there's a limit to how many Pikmin that it can kill. Bomb rocks do not have a limit. So if you accidentally summon off in your group, they will all die. So I just like, when I'm doing stuff with bomb rocks or picking them up, I usually just like to...
be cautious.
Yeah. And it takes 3 bombs to take one of these walls down. And I am really going beyond my means. Because it's about to end and I didn't even check if I'm missing any lads. Oh, he's dead.
Yep. Rip. Drop an F in the chat.
Indeed. Well, I will just put these boys away. Since this is technically considered a base for this part of the day, any boys in there would still be safe anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't need to put your Pikmin away at the end of the day. In fact, you're almost rewarded in not doing so, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because you get to see them in the animation.
Hooray!
And see all the stupoid leaf boys I have.
All the failures that you've accumulated.
Indeed.
You're disappointing your father.
In Pikmin 2, it's way easier to get flower boys, and there's even a spray that you can... Olimar literally farts out that makes them all turn into flowers.
That's excellent.
Indeed. So it's a lot easier to get flowers in that game.
Mm-hmm.
There are also enemies that knocks the flowers off their heads and turns them back into leaf boys, though. And then if we lift anything behind those, it would show those guys, like, tearing Pikmin into their food.
Tasty.
Okay, that's a tutorial. Yeet! There's some more hostile life forms here. Yeah, you can take damage too as Olimar.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty rare, but it's unlikely. We probably still have... Oh yeah. We could probably do like 2 more days!
Wow!
I have so much to say about Pikmin that I could probably just commentate this myself now.
Well, I haven't spoken like hardly at all for the past 15 minutes, so...
I haven't really given you the chance.
Indeed. I wanted to give a little Tinder update, but...
Yeah, that's true. You could do that now because I'll just
focus on the game.
Yeah, and be like cleaning up some stuff around base and stuff.
Alright. So, it's been like 2 months since I've given a Tinder update, I think. So I think I'll just go in chronological order of my
There's multiple
adventures.
Excellent.
So the first thing I decided to do when I decided to jump back in face first into online dating.
Face first.
I decided I was going to try a paid option on one of the apps. Just to give it a shot, just to see what it kind of, just what benefits I might get from it.
Yeah.
So I decided to get OkCupid's premium thing. And it's so not worth it. It was it was the cheapest one, so I was kind of like, I'll just go for it. And I got it on sale too, so it was like 20% off. So it was like $23 for 6 months or something like that.
So they only show you 80% hot people.
Exactly.
They add 20% ugly to the people
exactly.
you see.
Well, that's funny that that does give you access to the hot feature, the hot filter or whatever. Because we talked about that before when we were playing Doom, I think, about how one of the features of OkCupid's premium was the ability to filter by attractiveness. So that's one of the things that is so not worth it in that because it's not very accurate to my tastes in women. So you can sort it by, you can tell it to show you either hot, above average, or average. Or you can just not have it filter at all by attractiveness. So I sorted it by hot, and sure there were some hot girls in there, but then I sorted it by to include hot and above average. I'm like, wow, these girls that are not in hot but are in above average are way hotter than the girls that are in hot. It's like, well, this was stupid. That was stupid and pointless. The other feature that comes with that I potentially could find useful is that it shows you who likes you. But none of the girls who like me were appealing to me in the slightest. None of them are, Christian or conservative as far as I could tell.
Yeah.
Or there's some variation there. Or, they're just, 350 pounds, and I'm like, no thanks. I'm not interested in dating a girl who weighs more than twice as much as I do. So yeah, it hasn't. That has not been worth it so far, in my opinion. My opinion.
That is glorious and unfortunate at the same time.
Indeed. So yeah. Then let's see. What was the next feature that happened? So I had a couple of conversations with some girls on Coffee Meets Bagel. One of them, the girl just stopped responding, which I don't know. It seems to be happening quite a bit. Which whatever. That's no big deal. And then the other girl. This is hilarious to me that the trigger that stopped the conversation on her end was
yeah.
She asked me it was just one of those dumb questions that was like, if you could have lunch with somebody, past, present, or future, who would it be, and what would you ask them? So I'm like, what's a good way that I can, make a judgment on this whammon as to our compatibility? Yeah. So I said, I'd pick Ben Shapiro.
And she didn't respond.
She did not respond after that.
That's glorious.
So I thought that was hilarious. So yeah, then beyond that, I set a new goal for myself. I'm trying to send at least one message on any app per week.
Sure.
So just, because before that was kind of like, I would see a girl who maybe I may or may not be interested in, and I just would be like, well, I just don't know what to say, So now I'm trying to force myself to at least say something, just comment about something on their profile that I find interesting, or something like that. Not the dumb, hey, how are you? I've done that, and it's like, it's the worst greeting you can give somebody in an online dating thing is, hey, how are you?
Sure.
I've done a little bit of research too on this, because I'm like, well, I don't know what to say to these women, so I just Googled what do you say in your first online message to somebody, and it was basically just comment something unique about them that you like about their profile, or ask them a question. I guess because women like being asked questions about themselves. They enjoy talking about themselves, which sure, that's fine, that makes sense. I don't know why I didn't think of that myself, of course, but because it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So my current boat that I'm in is, I sent a couple messages this week, actually, more than I normally would. One of them was to a girl who I think would be a really good match. She's Christian. She said her political leanings are centrist, but looking like, this is on OkCupid, so it has the questions. So on the hot button issues that I really care about, she was conservative on. So I'm like, okay, we'll be good, I think. She's pro life and pro gun and stuff. So, and she's Christian. She likes video games, and she seems kind of nerdy. So sure. Yeah, she seems like potentially a good match, but we'll find out.
Time will tell.
Indeed. That's another thing that's really irritating about online dating is you send so many messages, and then you hear back on none of them.
Yeah.
So that gets kind of irritating. It's really irritating when you find a girl who you do think would potentially be a good match, and then you just never hear back.
Yeah.
So that can get irritating, but I mean, it is what it is. There's nothing you can do. If she's not interested, then then it's not going to work anyways. So.
Yeah. So that one from long ago when we were playing Doom, you probably never heard back from.
Oh no, never.
She's lost in time.
Yeah, indeed. Which, whatever. I mean, it's like I said, if she's not interested, then she's not interested. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. That is true.
So.
Is there an option for Mormonism?
Not on any of those. It's usually the major religions. You can choose Catholic, Christian, Hindu, Muslim, atheist, agnostic, other. Just as a general thing, you can choose other. Some of them have different things too. I think some of them have Buddhism and stuff. So I have absolutely zero interest in dating anybody who isn't Christian or Catholic.
Yeah. Not even Greek Orthodox?
Well, Greek Orthodox would be fine too, but...
Well, technically Greek Orthodox is Christian.
Yeah.
Because by Christian we mean Protestant.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because they have different apps have different, I don't know if it's necessarily denominations, but different of the different major groups in Christianity. The main two of that you see are Catholic and just Christian. Then some of them have Christian Methodist or Protestant, or I don't remember what some of the other ones were, but Optimally, I would say Protestant, since I'm a Protestant. There was one girl on OkCupid who said in her description, she was like, I would really strongly like to date a Christian, except if you're a Calvinist. I don't like Calvinists. I'm like, man, what do you have against Calvinists?
Yeah, that's pretty odd. That's like oddly specific.
Yeah, right? It's like, specifically, I don't want to date a Calvinist. All of the sects of Christianity are fine, unless if you're a Calvinist.
I feel like you could. That's something you could probably work out.
Yeah, of all the gripes to have about somebody, like of a major, what's the word? Your major, core values. I would think that being a Calvinist or not is kind of a minor one, but
yeah,
some people take that stuff pretty seriously. So whatever.
I feel like there's gotta be some history there.
Yeah, indeed.
That's not just something you say randomly.
Yeah, she had a bad breakup with a Calvinist.
Yeah.
She said never again. This will never happen again. There was something else that I didn't like about her anyway, so I hit the young swipe left on her.
Was it that she stepped on Puppy's eyes with high heels?
Thankfully, nobody does anything that bad. At least they don't put it on their dating profiles.
What if you saw someone on their dating profile that had that? Would you be disturbed?
I don't know, because I wouldn't take something like that seriously.
True. And then you find out it's real.
Yeah,
on a date or something.
Step on a puppy's eyes with her high heels. Then that would be Dunyan rings. That's irrevocable, irreparable damage.
It's manslaughter.
Yeah, basically. Except it's puppy slaughter, really.
Where'd he go? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh?
He's on the other side.
These Dunyan rings.
Oh, he lived. He got out of the way.
He lived.
He GTFO'd. So are those all your Tinder updates?
I think so, yeah.
Watch this epic secret.
Whoa!
I don't even need to bring down that wall. Unless I want to carry stuff back from there.
Indeed. Would the Pikmin follow you through that hole?
Yeah.
Okay.
Though not guaranteed to be particularly well.
Yeah. Interesting.
So now we can continue to get our weekly Tinder updates, maybe.
Yeah, we'll find out if there's more information on these. Because, well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It just hasn't been very eventful.
Sure.
That's all, really. It has been since it's been 2 months since I've given one, so of course I had a bit of information that I wanted to share, but they can't all be girls not responding to me because I like Ben Shapiro.
You should just see how many times you can. What happened to my Pikmin? There's 15 of them are gone.
Wow.
Like the devil. You should just see how many times you can do that.
Just work Ben Shapiro into a conversation and see if she stops responding.
Yeah.
Well, I have Ben Shapiro mentioned in my OkCupid profile.
Oh, really?
So if she doesn't, if a girl responds to it, then I assume she would have seen that. So.
Excellent.
I've also put some more memes into my OkCupid profile because it's just, it feels so boring without memes,
Yeah.
So I put I've ever since I set up my profile, I started off with a nice young prequel meme. I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe. And I've left that up there.
No, don't push that! Jeez!
I might rework that, though. Then I just have, we'll call commando quotes in one of my other sections. And I forget what other memes I put in there. But then, excuse you. In my political leaning section, it's name the, what has shaped your political leaning? So I just put all the podcasts and stuff that I listen to in there.
Yeah.
So that's where I can name drop Ben Shapiro and Crowder and everybody. If they don't like it, that's too bad, because I am not going to stop listening to any of them because some whammon wants me to.
Indeed. Stick it to the man. Or the woman.
The whammon.
Ah! He's jigging up. He's glitching out.
He's getting saucy. That's
Indeed.
the buzz Pikmin right there.
Indeed. So that thing can blast stars into tiny pieces, by the way.
Interesting. Some advanced technology.
Indeed, and yet Almar doesn't use it in his Final Smash.
Uh-huh.
Oh, our ship's getting an upgrade because I already unlocked the next area.
Hooray!
I think I might have lost 15 Pikmin there randomly because I bum rushed him from not the bum, and so he just like swallowed them whole.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't feel like trying to sneak around and having that go even worse than it could have.
Yeah.
And really, I have like a million red Pikmin, so I can sacrifice them.
Indeed.
Now, if I was going for a no death run, that'd be unfortunate.
Yeah.
Those are super stressful.
Mm-hmm.
I've done one before on this. I've never done no death 100% though.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
Sounds like a
psychotic.
pain. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if you consider the side bosses 100%, which I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's one particular optional side boss that you're likely... Well, it's not hard to find, I guess, but it is not a good time.
Yeah.
I probably won't even fight him in this.
Mm-hmm.